The new asylum rules implemented by President Joe Biden means asylum seekers are coming across the southern border for the first time in more than a year. And some of them are going to the Casa Alita shelter in Tucson.
City leaders say those migrants are only in the shelter for a couple of days while they transition to other areas, but it's still expected to cost the city $100,000 per week. Councilmember Steve Kozachik wants the feds to pay.
And 9 News Side's Aaron Cenas reports.
Predicts it'll spend about $100,000 per week if the federal government doesn't step in.
Everything's got a price tag on it.
Councilmember Steve Kozachik says FEMA has the dollars to help.
Frankly, FEMA's sitting on the dollars. That's what FEMA's got the money for. That's what our federal representatives are there for, to kick these funds loose for their local constituents, to help take care of this, what is really a federal problem.
Kozachik says instead the local government is hearing the feds are working on it. He says this is nothing new. What's different is we're in the middle of a pandemic.
We don't have the big array of partners that we had 3 years ago pre-COVID. Churches aren't even meeting in their own congregations right now, so I'm not being critical of them. We don't have the volunteers. Many of them were seniors.
For about a year, asylum seekers were waiting across the border for their date in court. But now under the Biden administration, they're able to wait in the U.S. And in Tucson, more asylum seekers are arriving than shelters have room for, and it's causing the city to scramble.
We have like one partner now in terms of a church and a shelter. But we're going to have to do things like hotel rooms. And that's going to cost money.
He says asylum seekers are only staying in Tucson for 2 to 3 days. And while they're here, the county is testing them for COVID-19, a service that already has an uncertain future. Kozachik says that the Ward 6 office is taking donations, gift cards for food and hygiene products, anything that could be used for a 2 to 3 day bus trip. Sierra and Cenas, KGOOD 9 on your side.